Hello, everyone. I'm Catherine Noran, and this is Make It Make Sense. And today, I am in Frankfort, Kentucky, at the Capitol building, getting ready for a rally, and there is a very good crowd. So I'm starting my video, and then I'm going to continue it as things get going. And I may even go live on TikTok. So let me show you the crowd and the signs.
Hey, you doing? Is that how you heard about
So we got a good crowd out here. And this is our Capitol building. And things are going to be getting started here soon. So my wonderful boss let me take off work so I could come to this. It's very important to me. So I'm really happy to be here.
Impeach Trump! Impeach Trump! Impeach Trump! Impeach Trump! Impeach Trump! He is pardoned those. Welcome, Jake! Welcome, Jake! Welcome, Jake! Welcome, Jake! Welcome, Jake!
Welcome, Jake!
We love you!
As someone who, during my younger years, was a little bit more towards Trump, never understood what the problem with him was, wasn't very educated on it. A lot of what you hear parroted by other supporters was not anything I looked into. You blindly believe into what they tell you. I never looked into anything myself. I looked into absolutely nothing. They try and get you to believe these things without any sort of evidence. Looking at they'll keep telling you narratives that
it's horrible when you
eventually
lose a
just
senior
believe.
citizen that came with
Now that I've gotten a little bit older, followed politics a little bit more, I realize what he's all about. He's someone who is willing to forego the Constitution and all of our history to benefit himself and his colleagues.
Yes.
Amen.
Criminals! Lock them up!
Our democracy is being undercut.
Yes. It's being destroyed.
Stop Project 2027!
Stop the coup! Stop the coup!
Stop the coup!
Stop the coup!
Something that I've always appreciated about America is our right to protest. It is You can't say that about other countries, other major countries in the world. This is
You have free speech
very patriotic.
right now.
Hell yeah, brother!
I came from the communists, and I did not speak out because I was not a communist. Then they came from the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was a socialist. Then they came for the unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one to speak out for me.
Yep, correct.
And that's what we're here for today. To speak out for each other. To speak out for each other's rights. Why are we here? You guys are here to be mad and yell at
We're
stuff.
here to fight.
You guys are mad because you lost an election.
Justice!
I'm sick of hearing this narrative that we're mad because
United we fall, united we stand, divided we fall. United we stand, divided we fall. United we stand, divided we fall.
Deport Musk. Deport!
Congress has the authority to regulate the process for removing officials, and Trump's failure to comply with these rules represents a violation of Article 2, Section 2 of the Constitution. Number 4, creation of the Department of Government Efficiency.
So I am back home now, and I really did enjoy the rally very much. And of course, I've showed some of it to you on this video, and I just want to go over that because I didn't show all of it, but the main talking points, the main speaker, I guess it was the man who organized the rally. He spoke about the executive order called Ending Radical Indoctrination in K through 12 Schooling. He asked if there were any teachers there, and of course there was. And then he was going over a lot of the terms and the jargon that is used in this executive order, saying things like that children are being indoctrinated to question their gender identity, that this is happening, like that teachers are doing this, and that they are assisting them medically to be able to transform, and just ridiculous things. And he would ask, is this what you're doing in school, teachers? And of course they would all say no. And so he went over that. And then a gentleman from E-Town, from Elizabethtown, well, I know that a lot of people are going to see, I'm in Kentucky. So the rally was in Frankfort, Kentucky, at our state capitol. And I know everybody was gathering at their state capitals today. So ours is in Frankfort, Kentucky. So Elizabethtown is a town south of, well, it's south from where I live, put it that way. It's in the southern part of Kentucky. And he works at he didn't say exactly what his job was, but his job is very dependent upon lumber. And he did talk about how Canada is one of the biggest suppliers of soft lumber, is what he called it. And the company he works for could potentially, go out of business as a result of not having access to the lumber, or the lumber being too expensive. And then he talked about the effects on the auto industry with the tariffs. And he did mention bourbon, because we are in Kentucky and we are known as, most of our bourbon is distilled in a town called Bardstown. And there are other distillers throughout the state. But we are known as the bourbon capital of the world. So most of the bourbon that you drink is made and distilled right here in Kentucky. And Canada has already said that they were removing any U.S. liquors from their shelves, and they aren't going to sell them. So that's going to have a profound impact on the bourbon industry and in Kentucky. So he did talk about that. And then the gentleman that I did record, he's 21 years old, and he is a former Trump supporter. He said that he had been a Trump supporter all of his life, and I don't know if that was how he was raised or how he was exposed to it. He may have said, but I don't remember it. You'll see. I have him in the video. So, but I was really glad he was there. And of course, he did talk about that, basically that the people, all the people, himself and all the people around him that were Trump supporters, just believed whatever they were told by Trump or any of his supporters. They really didn't try to find out information for themselves. They just took what they were told and believed it. And then he said, as he started to, see things for what they really were and do his own research, then he realized, how bad that Trump is. So I was glad to have him there, and he was very welcomed. Everybody was very kind and welcoming to him. So it was just it was a nice time overall, and I was disappointed because our governor, he is beloved in the state of Kentucky, and he is a Democratic governor. I know Kentucky is a red state, but our big cities in Kentucky are a lot more blue than red, and sometimes it just doesn't make sense that we're always red in every election. But we do have a Democratic governor, and he's beloved, like I said, in the state of Kentucky. He was on the short list of being considered as a running mate for Kamala Harris, and he did get some national attention at that time, which we were happy about, but we were also happy that we get to keep him. So, but I was disappointed that he did not come out and speak. I was hoping to hear from him today, but he did not, and there weren't any actual political leaders that spoke at the rally. So that was disappointing, to be honest, because I was kind of expecting someone to speak, but they did not. So we were right outside of the Capitol building. We were very loud, and I do hope that we were heard. They also had printed out copies of letters to send to our senators and congressmen and women, so you could sign the letter and they were going to mail it for you. So at the very end, he did start reading the letter and what it said in it and everything. So I knew that we were getting towards the end, and I was so cold. It was so cold out there. And I was finally like, I've got to get to my car and get the heat on because I am freezing. So I left, and some other people did too. Plus, I was trying to avoid all the traffic that was going to, from everybody leaving at the same time. So I had to get back home and actually get back to work. So I had to work a few more hours. So I went ahead and headed home. But it was a good experience. It was my first rally protest ever going to. So. And my sign was quite popular. There was news media there, and he came right up to me with his camera and was filming my sign, and people were asking to take pictures of it. So I was kind of glad about that, and I think I'm going to put it as the title for the video because I worked for hours on it. It actually has two sides to it, but on the flip side of it, the letters had started to fall off. So I only held up the one side because the letters were falling off the other side. But yeah, I worked really hard on that. And just a little bits of some updates. For today, Congress has officially filed articles of impeachment of Donald Trump. And one of the things that they are citing is his take on Gaza, and basically calling it ethnic cleansing and saying that they were going to move all of the Palestinians out of the Gaza Strip into other countries and turn it into a beachfront resort or something like that. I don't know for sure what his plans are. I personally don't think he's going to be successful in this mission, but the fact that he even wants to do it and was trying to work out a deal with Netanyahu, it's pretty bad. And they did file an article of impeachment. And then on ABC News, I did read that U.S. District Judge Colleen Kohler-Cotelli is hearing arguments on whether or not she should issue a restraining order prohibiting Doge from accessing the Treasury Department sensitive information. So, here's hoping that'll be put to a stop. But I do know that Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries did also present a bill to have Elon Musk removed from his position. So that's really what needs to happen. He needs to be removed from that position. So, I'm seeing some progress being made. And I don't know if everybody saw the rally yesterday that they did have in front of the Treasury building. And there were several senators and congresspeople there that spoke. And they did make promises to us that they are going to handle this situation. They're going to take care of it, and they're not going to let it happen. So we'll just have to see what they do. But I know that Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries, right after that, is when I saw I saw a video of them announcing that they are going to introduce this bill to have Elon Musk removed from his position. So hopefully they're going to continue taking action, and we will have to wait and see how the impeachment process goes. It's just all a wait and see right now, but I do have hope for the first time since he was inaugurated that maybe something is going to be done about this, and somebody somehow, some way will stop him from what he is doing. So that's all I have for today, and I had not posted an official video in a while. I've posted some shorts and some stuff. I reposted some stuff I had done on TikTok and things like that, but I hadn't really posted a video, an official podcast video. But I did want to share my experience at the rally, and I've been seeing today, I haven't been on TikTok a lot today, but when I was on there, I did see people that were that went live at the rallies that they were at their state capitals. So it was encouraging to see that as well, because we just can't be quiet. We've got to let our voices be heard, and we've got to fight for our democracy. We've got to fight for our freedom. We've got to fight for this country, because it does belong to us. It's our country, and we have to keep fighting. So I encourage you to keep that fight up, and please subscribe to my channel. Please like this video. Please comment. I love hearing from people. And if you want to email me with any stories or anything that might be important to pass along, my email address is makeitmakesense53@gmail.com. Everyone have a great day. Bye.